Hi everyone, welcome to MarikaCreations. Today I'm starting Christmas. I will make a couple of DIYs for Christmas and beyond, some wooden candle holders, and I will decorate my mantelpiece. So stay tuned for this. First, I'm making an advent candle holder. I'm using these scrap pieces of oak wood plank, and I'm drilling holes right on the edge, as you can see here, and it's crucial that I hold that drill very straight so I don't make any holes on the sides. I don't have much of a margin, as you can imagine. So I'm making some holes, done 3 here and 1 there and 1 in another plank as well. Now I am making the shape of my candle holder, or the shapes of my candle holders I should say, because I'm making 4 of them with organic shapes. It looks a little bit like vases. So I am marking how deep that hole goes, and I'm making a shape that goes around there. The last hole I could not use because I messed it up. So when I have my 4 shapes here, I will cut them out. So Advent candle holders, that's very typical in Scandinavia, especially in Sweden, as I know. You light 1 candle on the first 4 Sundays before Christmas, and then 2 of the candles, the second one, etc., until you are at the 4th and final Advent before Christmas. So I'm cutting them out with my jigsaw. And then sanding them off with my electric sander, as you can see here. And once they are smooth, I take my wood router and round off the edges all the way around the bottom, the sides, on both sides. On one I tried the top as well, but that did not work. I sort of messed it up a little bit, but I can live with that. You will see later on how it looks. See if you can spot it. Once I'm done, I will sand them off a little bit further, and now I want to interconnect them. You will see what I'm thinking here in just a moment. So the important thing here is to get them straight. So I'm using that giant ruler for that. And now I'm marking out where I want to drill some holes on the edges of each of the vases or candle holders, 2 on each. And I have those IKEA wooden plugs that I'm using to interconnect them. So I need to have a drill that is a tight fit for these wooden plugs. Once all drilled, I'm cleaning up the holes a little bit with this tool here. So this is how they will interconnect. It will make them a lot more steady because they are quite thin, as you can see. Perfect for a shelf, but maybe not super sturdy. So now it's time to embellish them a little bit, and I'm going for a black stain here. Just putting it on with a paintbrush, wiping off the excess with the cloth all the way around the pieces. And here you can see the difference. I like that rustic old world look of the black stain because they are oak, and oak already has that warm undertone. So now I'm going to decoupage them a little bit, and I'm going for some moody flowers. You might think, flowers, do they have anything to do with Christmas? Why not? And you can use them all year round for that matter, not only at Christmas. So I'm putting on Mod Podge, let that dry, and now putting on my tiered pieces of napkin, and then a parchment paper on top and some heat to reactivate that Mod Podge. And I'm doing that on both sides of my candle holders. And another coat of Mod Podge on top. And once everything has dried completely, I will go in with my varnish with a satin finish to seal the decoupage. And you will see at the end of the video how I have styled them and where they sit in my living area.
If you're new to my channel, hi! I am Marika, and on this channel I'll do lots of DIYs, thrift flips, trash to treasure, renovation of my home, and I even do some pottery and some painting. Anything creative really. Please join me. Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell and let me inspire you.
Next I'm going for some house-shaped candle holders, and I'm using these wood blocks here, scrap pieces, that I will make 3 beautiful houses of. So first thing, I'm going to just measure how tall I want them and to make that pitched roof. So I'm marking out how they will look. One from this bigger block, and from this more slender piece of wood I will make 2 houses, slightly different in height. And I'm going to embellish my houses with a metal chimney, this metal pipe here. So I'm just marking out how tall I want them. Hubby will come to the rescue and cut them for me later on. So I will have 3 chimneys, and they are big enough to be able to put a candle in them. Now I'm with my miter saw cutting the wood pieces to size, the length, the pitch roof, everything. Now I have to drill a hole with this bigger drill to fit that chimney metal pipe. So I'm drilling just down to start with, a couple of centimeters, then I turn it the right way and go down a little bit to fit that pipe. Need to drill straight down for a little bit to give that drill something to hold on to when I give it the right angle, as you can see I'm doing here. And once I'm done, it's time for sanding off that paint on the bigger one, making them nice and smooth to the touch. So this is how they look, 2 smaller ones and the bigger one. And I'm going to stain them with the same black stain I used in my previous project. Just putting it on and wiping off the excess with just a cloth. And with this bigger house, as you can see, it got stripes. Not what I wanted for this project, but I will stain it all over the piece anyway, and then get back to it with some paint. So I will set that aside and focus on the smaller houses, which took the stain in a very pretty way. Love how they turned out. looking beautiful. So now back to the bigger one, and I'm going in with my moody colors, some brown, some black acrylic, and then also some green, drying in between the layers. 2 or 3 layers I put on. And here hubby is cutting the pipe for me. 3 pieces of chimney. I decided to make some decoupage on the bigger piece, putting on some Mod Podge, and this is the napkin I will use with the Christmas tree on. So I'm drying the Mod Podge, and then I will put on my little Christmas tree like that, parchment paper and heat. You can see a lot of the white on the edges. So after I put on the Mod Podge again and let that dry, I will go in with my acrylic paint, some brown and some black, just dabbing around, just trying to blend in that edge with the background. And this is how they look with the little chimney in place. And this one here, I have started to make that metal piece slightly more vintage with the help of my acrylic paints, my black, my brown and some gold acrylic, drying in between my layers as I do. Last thing that I will do is to give all the houses a coat of my satin finished varnish to protect the colors and the decoupage. And you will see at the end of the video how I have styled them and where they are in my living area. But before the final reveal, I will style my fireplace mantle, and this is how it looks at the moment. I put down some greenery and some lights, and now I'm putting in some beautiful burgundy colored roses, one at each end, one swagging down a little bit. And here are my houses. Put the 3 of them together on one side like that. And then I will continue with some smaller picks to fill out that garland a little bit. And here I was thinking about this Christmas tree here, this flocked little Christmas tree, but at the end you will see me remove it because I was not too happy with the result right there. If you like this video and videos like this, consider subscribing. Maybe share the video with a friend and hit that like button as well. It will help my channel to grow and I can spend more time creating inspirational content for you. My aim is to upload 1 video per week.
So I come this far. A little sparse maybe. I have this fabric, stripes, part velvet, that I thought about using, cutting
the pieces like this and create beautiful vintage ribbons. So that I have done here. I have ducktailed the ends, just tie them together here and there. One end a little bit shorter tail and the other end a little bit longer. And this is the other fabric. We'll use them both. I'm going to put that in my garland now. As you can see, I'm going for old world Christmas this year. Lots of burgundy, lots of velvet. I will incorporate my beautiful rose picks a little bit here and there. So if you enjoy that kind of Christmas, stay tuned for more. Let's take a closer look. Voila! Here are my candle holders or vases. At this point I put some picks in them and I have tied two of them together, and the middle one I have just tied a bow through the holes. But I will have them as candle holders. This is how it looks. First of Advent. And come the next week, 2 candles, 3 candles, and the last Advent, 4 candles. And here is my fireplace, all decorated. I might tweak it a little bit still, but for now, this is how it looks. Lots of that burgundy ribbon, candles everywhere, a wreath on the mirror, the roses, pine cones, picks, what have you. I'm happy with the result. And here are my houses, my other candle holders that I made today. So tell me, what do you think of my creations today? Did you have a favorite? Let me know in the comments. Did you like my fireplace mantle? If you are inspired and you want more inspiration straight away, just click that DIY playlist appearing on the screen right here. Just click and enjoy. Thank you so very much for watching. See you soon again in my next one. Until then, take care. Bye.